Hello and welcome to Universal Love Law. Thank you so much for tuning into this video today. And I just wanted to stop by to discuss some things with you guys, with the world. I know that me personally, I really enjoy the confidence that I have, the mentors that I have that come with knowledge and wisdom and are genuine. Like, you can sense that. And so I know that that's why my videos, I know they are valued and appreciated. So I like to come on every now and then, just to give some information from a standpoint of wisdom, experience, and understanding. So, yeah, I wanted to talk about a topic that is very important, and it's all about the understanding of cause and effect on a spiritual level. Like we like to say, men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie, right? And I want you guys to put that in perspective when it comes to your personal lives, your everyday lives. If anything is true, it could be proven, okay? We live in a world that is quantum. We live in a world that is operated from mathematics and science and spirituality and multiple principalities, right? Multiple foundations that allow this realm to operate. So, us becoming fifth dimensional conscious beings, we are becoming aware of our power and our understanding and our consciousness and our knowing that if anything is true, it can be measured. Okay, so I want to empower people with this knowledge through some experiences from wisdom. Okay, let's put it into perspective what this means. So, when you are living your life, we can't keep blaming uh, things outside of ourselves when we truly become spiritual beings or when we truly become higher consciousness beings, even if it's just operating on a fourth dimensional playing field. Okay, we will forever continue to be in a hell state mentally. We will forever continue to be stressed out if we do not take full responsibilities for the actions and the reactions that are playing out in our lives, the choices that we make, okay? Even the ones that we do subconsciously. We cannot be victims to our situations because when you are of a high consciousness, you know that you're never a victim. You only attract what you are, like attracts like. So these things can be proven without a doubt through measuring up. Measure up. If you were to talk to someone wise and explain your situation and your story, they're going to be able to see where you are in your own way, creating a cycle for yourself. So when we're talking about cycles, they can easily be transformed and transmuted, right? Transformation. They cannot be destroyed. You cannot destroy energy. You can only transform it and transmute it. So the way that you change the cycles in your life, the way that you see a new timeline, a new possibility, step into a parallel universe reality where the odds are in your favor due to the choices and reactions that the choices and the actions and reactions that you take, it can be measured if you have an eye for what you are doing. If you have an understanding of transmutation, right? So it comes at a cost. One must be honest with themselves. Must make sacrifices. One must choose them. One must let go of negative people. One must let go of things that are no longer serving them. And we're not talking about just become a guru somewhere on the mountain and ascend off into a dimension and just completely disappear. We're not talking about those high levels of action, intentional consciousness. We're talking about stepping ourselves into becoming a realistic, understanding person when it comes to this spirituality, when it comes to our reality becoming of peace, becoming of light, becoming of happiness and joy, and not just good. Okay, because I absolutely understand an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. What do you think our spirits are weak in spirit? No. That why do you think there's Star Wars? Why do you think there's these stories that talk about galactic wars and things of that nature? Because our species comes from warrior spirit. One must understand that, like they say in the Bible, we don't wrestle with physical, but we wrestle with, darkness, entities in higher places, principalities, okay? These are non-physical realities and truths, okay? These are principalities that we are fighting. So when we are really becoming true in our walk of spirituality and not just using this as a trend, this is why I don't be on YouTube all the time, because for one, I'm actually really doing work in my life. I'm actually really doing work on myself. I'm actually really becoming aware of my inner shadows, my lower self, of my demonic energy, of my angelic energy, and becoming whole and complete in the knowing of who I am. One must, to get truly to the light, one must go through the dark, because we understand that all aspects of light, all aspects of dark comes from, all aspects of light come from darkness. All rays of light come from black. I'm a teacher. I work with children every day. You mix every color in the rainbow, guess what you're going to get? Black. Black holds and absorbs all light. Okay? So if we take this in a literal sense, we realize that our true nature and true state has a darkness that we must accept. So when it comes to measuring out the truth in our life, we must be honest with ourselves. We must be realistic with what is happening. We cannot complain about what's happening and be the victim to our circumstances. Oh, our relationships not working on us. Working out for us. Oh, I'm in this horrible job I don't like, but I don't have faith to put myself in a better position. I don't want to sacrifice. I don't want to be without. To gain a little, one must lose a little bit. This is alchemy. Okay? So when you're a true conscious being, okay, we're gonna talk without the title that these new age people love to use to impress other people, because we do that. I understand we are ego still. I understand it. A lot of us are ego based. But once we move past all of that, we realize that the choice is ours to be honest in our consciousness, and to know that the moment you're experiencing something at a deficit or a loss or a lack, it's your fault. Admit it. What am I doing to cause this in my life? Because I either need to cut this off, starve it, not feed it, so I can transmute the energy. Because you cannot destroy energy. This is why I say it's not what you do, it's how you do it. Truth can be measured. You know a tree by the fruit it bears. You know when a person is honest and has dignity and have morality and have values that are in conjunction to a lifestyle that will reflect whatever it is their hearts desire. Because it shows. It shows in their mental strength. It shows in their cleanly and orderliness. When you see yourself getting up, making mistakes, feeling like you're in the wrong place at the wrong time, bad luck, this is a wake-up call. Your higher self is trying to awaken in you to see that the actions that you are taking is sending you down a descended path, a spiral, a 360 that is not going higher. You know what I mean? And so this is an understanding from wisdom, okay? This is not just regurgitated information. It requires hardships, failures. I understand how to really tap into my higher energies instead of overly jumping into my masculine energies. I realize those cycles don't serve me. I am a feminine energy, and once we really become in tune with who we are, who we were born with genetically, and have a balance between both, we're able to really utilize our power and transform our life into the better. Now, what does this mean? Let's put this into perspective. One that is seeing experiences over and over again in their life, and therefore the negative, you don't see growth happening, that is due to you. No one but your own. One must tap into their self. Identify your energies. Are you imbalanced with your masculine energy to project, go after, to go and desire things? Your yang energy, right? To take action towards. Are you balanced with your yin energy to pull things near, to be magnetic like Pluto energy? Right? Are you in a balanced harmony in that? Because if you're not, if you're imbalanced, you're operating in an energy out over one over the other, then guess what? The turbulence within you, because your alchemy is off, will show that. Why? You'll be in the wrong place at the wrong time, being around the wrong people. One must listen to that voice in their head that's telling them no. Know when to put a little bit in and know when to draw back. Okay? This is the dance of life. Okay? So when one sees themselves in challenging experiences, you have to blame yourself. It is something that you are doing, and one must know men lie. Women lie. Numbers do not lie. What does this mean? You being man, woman, whatever your race, gender is, whatever you identify yourself is, we all know that powers in higher places, principalities, are both genders. We all know that, right? Androgynous energy. I've spoke about that in the past, but yeah, like when it comes to this density, we are split. Everything is dual. Everything has an opposition. Everything can be argued. Everything you can point a finger towards and blame. This is where the concept of men lie and women lie, because we do not face the internal truth, which is the internal voice based on the internal heart desire. We only go after what it is that we want. Once we kill the ego and realize that the things that we want just lead us to more experiences, for better or for worse, which all of our souls need to grow anyways, so it's not a good or bad thing, we will continue to see these spirals, whether they're in ascension or descension. So if you are lying, right, what a man and woman does by pointing the finger and blaming outside circumstances and situations, then you do not see that the numbers have always showed the truth. What does that mean? Everything in life that is true can be measured. This is the beauty in understanding spirituality. We're able to pull all truths into connection. We're able to pull all religions, all pantheons into perspective, and it all adds up to the same truth, right? So numbers are measured. How do you measure a man's acts? We measure them by their actions and reactions. What you put out there, your 360, your aura, your attraction, your magnetism, your ability to pull things and experiences near, what you are a positive match to, right? So numbers don't lie, because we know that if you put 5% in the pot, guess what you're going to get out? We know that if you cook a delicious meal, right, and you add all the ingredients, but you're missing that one ingredient would have transformed the whole dish. We know that men lie, women lie, but numbers don't lie. Everything that you do adds up and can be measured. So if you're experiencing any sort of lack or any sort of experiences that is not for your better, that is an aspect of you within self. That is your 100%. That is your 10%. You're just getting that back. The world is a holographic a mirror. Ultimately, it's an illusion. We're in a third dimension where things seem real, but these are all obstacle illusions. The spirit knows this. The soul knows this. But that's what life is. That's the name of the game. It is an illusion. Okay? It's not a reality. The reality is what's beyond this reality, beyond this physical, beyond this third dimension. And when you tap into what's beyond that, you see as above, so below. If your spirit is shitty, if your higher self is of a higher spectrum of light, wherever it exists, originated primordially or immortally or mortally, wherever it was created, whether it is a thought form, whether you were created from a thought form, whether you were created from a principality, whether you were created from an angelic realm, whether you were created from whatever, a fragmented piece of a thought form, whatever it is that you are, I am that I am. One must know that the spiral in your creation, in your life, the reality that you are experiencing is merely a reflection of what's within you as above, in the spirit, in the origin, in what you come from. So awaken yourself to your higher self and know that what's within you must be unlocked with truth that can be measured. How do you measure the unlocking of your truth? How do you take practical steps into unlocking those truths? What do? You people, okay, let's talk about this before I go, because I'm gonna cut this video short. People are so fake in this world. They like to do all this spiritual stuff that looks spiritual because we're in a physical world, but don't realize that everything you're doing with these things you're buying, whether it be crystals, whether it be oils, whether it be candles, whether it be books, I don't care what the truest enlightenment are in the most simplest aspects and forms of life, and can be seen and through an experience through just using your two eyes and open up and being in reality. It doesn't, and your mind, not, it doesn't always need some high level mentorship. This is for the masters, right? The masters actually need this mentorship. But when it comes to just a basic understanding of life and being able to be a conscious creator of your world and a true, genuine, understanding person, not just a person who glorifies spirituality in a false way, in an egotistical way, in a selfish savagery. That's what people do when they open their mouth and reveal their heart from an ego. And we all do it. So it's all about having a balance and awareness. If you really want to know what makes one wise, me and other people that I do know, and I can actually see a true wise energy within them, even if they're on an early stage or they're an advanced stage, right? We all are where we are. Is a person who is understanding that truth can be measured. Truth can be measured by analyzing, right? These are all mathematical steps to formulating an actual answer, right? Getting an answer, right? It's science, it's math, it's alchemy. What you're doing spiritually, what you're doing in your everyday life, when it comes to your thoughts, the way that you think, that's a projection. You will attract what you are. When it comes to your everyday life, when it comes to the first thing you put in your mouth, that is an aspect of who you are. Remember, these become habits, and then we get upset when negative things are happening around us. How? Measure yourself. Where are you creating these? And you can't just destroy the energy. You just can't just cut things off. You have to transmute it, or else it will come back. This is why drug addicts go right back to being on drugs when they get clean and sober for a little while, because they do that cold turkey and then boom, they just thought they could just destroy energy. You cannot destroy that. It has to be transformed and transmuted. How do you do that? By enduring and internalizing, analyzing, acknowledging, observing, understanding, understanding, shedding, healing. This is transmutation. This is how you transmute energy. This is through shadow work. Understanding the roots that cause these desires of man. That's what real work is. And it doesn't always happen in the form of these fake ass candles and these fake ass spiritual people. Some of them are genuine people. They utilize the tools of this material plane, which rules this plane, right? We got fire, water, earth, air, and we have ether, the space. So when we understand that all of these energies are within us, I'm an astrologer. I understand the energy of fire, earth, water, air, ether without it being in its material form. Okay? When you are able to access these energies without even utilizing it in the physical, you are powerful beyond measure. But sometimes you have to baby step and, put it in practical means. And it's powerful when you could gather the raw organic materials of this world to conjure, to create. These are the aspects of who we are, the DNA of us being gods and goddesses, of our ancestry, of our birthright, of our birth path. If you are experiencing lack, it is because you are a match to that. It can be measured through the truth of your experience. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. You can say what you want all day long, but who you are is going to always be revealed on the external because of what's happening on the internal. What are you thinking about? What are you doing? And you always gonna have a person that's gonna be a great mirror or reflection to show you. These are the people we bump heads with. These are people we clash with sometimes. They reveal to us our own shadows. We are literally just mirrors reflecting each other. That's why we are only gonna attract who we are. And if we ever attract something that we are not of, then that means that light is in that person, that ray of light, right? This is all being able to match certain frequencies. See, in the non-physical, there is not this physical way we see things. Okay, the only thing that exists in those higher realms are the imagery through the color frequencies, right? That's some that we can't even see, rays of light, through the energetic signatures, which are literally, these are principalities, the energy signatures of things, right? And frequencies. Frequencies can be measured with sounds and vibrations. Do you know that people who are clairsentient can smell you? The energy that you give off in your pheromones, the energy that come through your pores is a frequency that is measured from your scent. The vibration of you has a smell, has a sound. Okay? When we look beyond this realm, we understand that. So I say be wary of those who seek validation. Be wary of those who seek to destroy others and to put others down. Be wary of those who like to debate and argue. Understand that these people have yet to see something within themselves, and they're projecting that. And if they're projecting that and you're attracting that, you guys are a match to each other. And once again, I'm not saying to be this perfect person. No, Go out in the world, experience, fall, stumble, pick yourself up, learn, get wise from your own mistakes, not from the mistakes of others. Sometimes we don't need to make those same mistakes, but let me tell you something. I'm going to give you guys uh, some information. When it comes to a soul, we only ascend, okay? It's like once you get burned, you're not going to want to just willingly or voluntarily get burned again because you know how it feels. When we have these subconscious memories from our past lives, from our lifetimes that, make us old souls or wise. You know how you just see that person that doesn't react or respond in a more immature way. They don't hold that in them because they know better. But it's like, how do you know better when you ain't never been through it in this lifetime? Just because I haven't been through it in this lifetime doesn't mean other lifetimes I haven't experienced that same experience that making the other person look stupid right now. I just already overcame that, and there's still things that I have yet to overcome. So this is what it's about. This is the name of the game, being true to thyself, knowing thyself, know who you are, so that you could rise above any obstacle, illusion that comes into your path, because that is all it is. It's an obstacle illusion. You want to be strength. You want to embody the principality of strength. Tap into those energies that are in your DNA. Activate the fearlessness that is within you, deep, ingrained in your being, in your soul, not in the physical. Now, the fluids of the body, the blood, has a memory and does connect you to your soul, right? Because it's a fluid that flows within you. We're just in many realms of liquid. There's just different forms of it, right? Even fire is a liquid, right? So we're in this sea, right? This large sea. We're just a speck, right? On a timeline experiencing. And it could be multiple timelines, multiple doors that we could possibly open. There's multiple realities where we are either above or below. There's multiple realities where we are literally in tune and seek to our highest good, or in tune and sinking on the path to our destruction. And we have to go through these death and rebirths. Life's all about death and rebirths. Let me tell you, you might not be that millionaire. You might not have that person you want. You might not have that dream car, but death is certain. So how do you live knowing that fearlessly? By knowing that what is for you is for you. That knowing that what is for you, no one can take away. That what is for you can be achieved with practical goals, with the letting go and cord cutting of people that are no longer serving you. And this is what makes you so powerful in this realm. Okay, so I just wanted to state that for the record, when it comes to this world and reality and life and your experiences, you cannot blame anything outside of yourself. We have to be to truly be awakened. One must truly know that they are a vibrational match to all experiences that they are mirroring, all people that they are mirroring, whether they're good or bad, whatever you want to call it. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie, and this is a realm created on numbers. This grid, this matrix, if we were to see it numerically, it would look like a coding. These are what the blueprinters did when they came here. I know I'm a part of the blueprinters. My spirit goes back because I know these things. I'm able to understand these concepts. Enlightenment is just merely a remembering of who you are and what you are. So when we see the aspect of numbers always add up to ultimate truth. You're not going to add 1 and 3 and get 7. You're going to get 4. So we can't be living life doing the same thing expecting different results. We can't be in life making the same decisions and expecting change from it, because we're never going to get that. We're always going to get what we are. What we deserve is what we are. You're only going to get what you deserve, so your value has to rise. Your self-worth has to rise. How do you rise that? By knowing who you are, enlighten yourself, continue to grow, educate yourself, tap into with your gifts. What are you good at? What is your purpose? When you expand and contract on that, that's when you begin to change your life. And I know sometimes I speak so broad, philosophical. I'm a Sagittarius, I'm the archer. I'm tapped into Metatron energy, Thoth energy. I'm tapped into understanding things on a higher realm, that just bringing them down, I sound like, is not, you're never able to truly captivate the ultimate truth, because here everything becomes spliced, right? All things are but half truths on this planet. That's the Kabbalah, right? I already spoke on that in the past. So the moment we bring information to this realm is when we automatically have an opposite to what we're saying, and it can be seen in multiple perspectives. But so that's why I say sometimes what I say sounds so philosophical, but take what is for you and leave the rest. Okay? Be wary of those that give you a gut feeling that they are not right, or they are still on frequencies that they need to evolve from. And don't judge others, because that could be you. It was you. A real enlightened one knows that was me once upon a time. But I have learned my lesson. But we all can mirror each other. We can all stoop to those levels of lows. We can all match those. Right now, I could go be around people I used to be around back in the day, and I could just adjust to their frequency. And I'm not above or below nobody, but in truth, I am. I'm aware of that. I'm not a weakling. I'm not weak. I don't want to, and I'm not just egotistical, but I'm very aware that people just are not consciously aware of what I am consciously aware of. And there's some people that are far more knowledgeable and wise than me. So for that, I know I'm understanding, but I'm true to myself. And if anybody thinks that I'm lying about what I say, I am that I am. I make the rules in my reality. No one can come in and bend or break my rules. I make this up for myself. You see? And I know that if I project a imagery that is not me, you could come in my life and see that. But if you come into my life and see me, you would see that I am who I say I am. I've come a mighty long way. And I do that a lot. I test things mathematically. I see if things add up. Especially in this world of social media. I enjoy watching people lie sometimes. Not enjoy it, but I'm saying, I love to get point proven to me. Because I like to operate with just honesty. If it walk like a duck, quack, it's a duck. If it waddle and it's quack quacking, it's a duck. I'm not going to call it a horse, because we living in a day and age where a person could call themselves whatever they want, and it's freedom of speech and blase blah. That's bullshit. But so I say all that to say, I hope this information has been enriching to someone out there. I hope this information can help someone to get even that confirmation within yourself. Hopefully this light that I speak, meaning not light of love and light, just of this light, this ray of light, right, through my speech, through my vibration, through my communication with you. I hope you're able to get something out of it. Take what you can, leave the rest. I am coming back to YouTube. I always say that. I'm here. Let me rephrase that. I'm here. I'm here. I'm back, right? And so what that looks like is, I'm definitely about to start going live. I'm almost at 1,000 views. Once I wanted to get to 1,000 subscribers before I start going live and really communicating. I want to also be just, yeah. So I also am in the process of, my old videos. I used to put together like documentary type of videos, slides, even PowerPoint presentations. So I like as I approach this new beginning, I'm definitely going to make sure that the information that I do share on my YouTube channel is in organized manner, and so I'm excited about this. Um yeah, so we'll see. Let's get this channel to 1,000. I mean, I really don't care about rushing it. I'm patient. I don't really see the moment I start sounding like YouTubers, I just kill my own ego every time. Because I don't even care about all of that attention, like, or to get popular. I really know that I'm only here for who I'm here for. So, yeah, I want to know, like, let me know what y'all think about this video below. I hope you're doing well wherever you are. Please remember to keep that discernment within your gut. Slay the ego. Become your tapped in tune with your higher self and your spirit and your oversoul. Become a true, honest person. Operate on integrity and always, always, always educate yourself. Continue to educate